Rare Coins, where ordinary change hides extraordinary value.
Stop. This ordinary-looking 1974 Washington quarter could be hiding value most people never notice. Before you scroll, support our effort, subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more videos like this. Today, we're uncovering the hidden story behind the 1974 quarter dollar, a coin millions spent without a second thought. Collectors, however, know this year hides rare errors, overlooked varieties, and surprising high-grade value. Once you see what to check, you'll never ignore pocket change again. Take a moment, check your wallet, check that old jar of coins at home, because this discovery could already belong to you. At first glance, the 1974 quarter looks completely normal. George Washington face is left on the obverse with liberty above and the date 1974 below. On the reverse, the familiar eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, copper nickel clad, no silver shine, nothing flashy, but the story is in the details. By the mid-1970s, the US Mint was producing coins at very high speed. Demand for circulation coinage was intense, and quality control wasn't always perfect. Whenever speed overtakes precision, rare mint errors slip through. And that's exactly what happened in 1974. Here's what most people miss. Certain 1974 quarters, especially from Denver, D, and Philadelphia, no mint mark, was struck with dramatic and valuable mint errors. These include double strikes, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchettes, and visible doubling on the date and lettering. Some coins show thick shadow-like doubling you can see without magnification. Others have curved or missing edges because the metal blank was cut incorrectly. A few were struck more than once, creating overlapping images of Washington or the eagle. These are not small flaws. These are unmistakable mint mistakes collectors actively search for. Scarcity is everything. While millions of 1974 quarters were minted, only a tiny fraction left the mint with these errors, and even fewer survived circulation without damage. Most were spent, scratched, worn down, forgotten. Now let's talk value. The highest recorded sales for rare 1974 quarter errors have reached 5-figure prices, especially for dramatic off-center or multi-strike examples in strong condition. Even regular 1974 quarters have sold for thousands of dollars when preserved in exceptional mint state grades. Think about that. More than many used cars. More than months of income for some people. All from a coin most Americans never look at twice. And here's the surprising part. You don't need a perfect coin. Even circulated 1974 quarters with bold, visible errors can sell for hundreds of thousands, depending on how clear the mistake is and how desirable it appears to collectors. Condition helps, but rarity matters more. So what exactly should you check? Start with the date, 1974. Then check the mint mark. No mint mark means Philadelphia. A D means Denver. Look closely at the letters in Liberty, and in God we trust for thickness or shadows. Examine the numbers in the date for doubling. Inspect the rim for missing metal or unusual curves. Check whether the design looks off-center or partially cut off. And if possible, weigh the coin. An incorrect weight can signal the wrong planchette. One very important warning. Do not clean the coin. Do not polish it. Do not try to make it shine. Cleaning can instantly destroy most of its collector value. If you believe you found something unusual, professional authentication is critical. One grading decision can mean the difference between face value and a remarkable discovery. This is why coin collecting continues to shock people, because real value doesn't always look valuable. It hides in drawers, in jars, in loose change, in coins people spend every day without noticing. The 1974 quarter is proof that even modern coins can carry hidden surprises when errors, condition, and scarcity come together. And if this one surprised you, the next coin is even more unbelievable. Remember, the next great discovery might already be yours. Stop. This old 1937 Washington quarter could be worth far more than it looks. Before you scroll, support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more videos like this. Today, we're uncovering the hidden story behind the 1937 quarter dollar. A silver coin many people overlook because it feels common. But collectors know this year hides surprising value when condition, mint marks, and rare varieties come together. Once you see what to check, you'll never ignore an old quarter again. Take a moment, check your drawer, check that old coin box or family collection, because this discovery might already be sitting with you. At first glance, the 1937 quarter looks simple and familiar. On the obverse, George Washington faces left with liberty above and the date 1937 below. On the reverse, the eagle stands proudly with wings spread, arrows in his claws, and olive branches beneath. The coin is 90% silver, heavier than modern quarters, and has a soft silver tone that shows its age. Nothing seems extraordinary until you look closer. History gives this coin importance. 1937 was during the Great Depression era. Coins were heavily used, passed from hand to hand, and few were saved in high condition. That's why high-grade survivors from this year are far rarer than most people realize. Collectors pay strong attention to this date because many examples show heavy wear, but sharp ones are scarce. Here's what most people miss. The mint mark makes a big difference. 1937 quarters was struck in Philadelphia. No mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The Denver and San Francisco issues had lower mintages, and coins from these mints in strong condition are especially desirable. But that's not all. Certain 1937 quarters show double dies, die cracks, and striking weaknesses that make them unique. Some examples display doubling on the lettering or date. Others show interesting die breaks that collectors actively search for. These small mint-made features can greatly increase value when preserved properly. Condition changes everything. Most 1937 quarters you find today will be worn. Washington's hair will look flat. The eagle's feathers will be smooth. The rims may be weak. But coins that still show sharp hair detail, clear feather lines, and full rims are extremely rare. These are the coins collectors compete for. Now let's talk value. The highest recorded sales for 1937 quarters in exceptional mint state condition have reached 5-figure prices, especially for Denver and San Francisco mint examples with strong strikes. That's more than many used cars, more than months of income, all from a coin people often treat as ordinary silver. Even circulated examples are not worthless. Worn but original 1937 quarters still carry solid value because of their silver content and collector demand. And if a circulated coin shows a visible error or variety, the value increases further. So, what exactly should you check? Start with the date 1937. Look for the mint mark on the reverse below the wreath. No mint mark means Philadelphia. A D means Denver. And S means San Francisco. Examine Washington's hair for sharp strands. Look at the eagle's feathers for detail. Check the letters for doubling or unusual thickness. Inspect the rim for full, strong edges. And pay attention to any cracks, breaks, or unusual marks that came from the mint itself. One critical warning: do not clean the coin. Do not polish it. Do not try to brighten the silver. Cleaning destroys collector value instantly. If you think you found a strong example or a rare variety, professional authentication is essential. One grading decision can turn an old silver quarter into a documented collectible worth thousands. The 1937 quarter proves something important. Age alone doesn't create value. Condition, mint mark, and mint-made features do. And when all three come together, an ordinary-looking coin becomes extraordinary. This is why coin collecting never stops surprising people. Because treasures hide in plain sight, in old boxes, in inherited collections, in coins people forget to examine. And if this 1937 quarter surprised you, the next coin is even more unbelievable. Remember, the next great discovery might already be yours.